Hey, what's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy Camo coming back with another reaction video for you. Today we got Dave Chappelle from his Sticks and Stones special, Gun Control Law. I do think this is my first Dave Chappelle reaction, I think, which I'm surprised. He's one of the biggest comedians out there, and I this is the first time I think I got a request for him. So maybe more will come in. If you guys do like Dave Chappelle and want to see more Dave Chappelle reactions, comment section below. Let me know which ones. And if you guys could please like and share this video, comment, always helps. If you haven't subscribed yet, please. Thank you. With that out of the way, let's get this going.
And me and her, like, we weren't arguing, but you know what I mean? She was just like, you need to stop doing that. And then I tried to change the subject. I go, how is school going, boys? And my sons tell me, well, we didn't have school today, technically. I'm like, well, what's going on? He said, well, there was like a school shooting drill. I never heard of this. You know what this is? They have drills that they make kids do where they practice what to do if somebody comes to shoot up their school. I'd never heard that before. I was like, what the fuck?
If any of viewers watching this have kids in school and your school has done drills like this, like, can you comment below and let me know? Like, yeah, we had that at our school, or my kid had that at his school. Because I was already out of school by the time a lot of the school shootings started happening and becoming more frequent. So we never had to do, we had, earthquake drills, fire drills, that stuff, but never this.
Then I had to tell my sons the truth. I didn't want to tell them this shit. Son, listen to me. Fuck that drill. If somebody comes to your school and wants to shoot it up, I'm just gonna be honest with you. You probably gonna get shot, nigga. I'm just being real. You got a famous dad. I talk a lot of shit. They're gonna be gunning for you, little buddy.
I thought he was gonna imply something like, you're slow, or whatever. You got your mom's this or whatever. Some kind of stab at that, but no, it was actually making fun of himself.
Just stay low and run in a zigzag pattern, and don't try to save anybody, son. Do you understand me? Why would you have kids rehearse for some shit they have no control over? All you're doing is training these kids to worry. It's the stupidest drill I've ever heard of. And while you're in there training them during these drills, well, aren't you training the shooter too? This nigga's in here listening and learning like the other kids. Sitting in the back.
Taking notes.
Where are we supposed to meet?
That is such a good point, and I don't think I've ever heard anybody bring that up. At least, definitely not. Well, maybe there is a comedian. If you guys know of a comedian who's also brought this point up, let me know, because I can't think of any off the top of my head. But that is such a smart point. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I love all comedy. I love stupid comedy just as much as I love smart comedy. But when it's smart comedy, which is to me, and this is all my opinion, to me, that's what that moment was. That was smart comedy. Dave Chappelle has a lot of smart comedy. I just go, like, it just, the comedian in me just goes like, fuck, why didn't I think of that? It's like, it's one of those, like, silly, stupid, and I love them. But when you hear something that's so smart, but still funny, you're just like, shit, why didn't I think of that? But man, kudos to him. That's awesome. And like I said, if you have thought of a comedian that's done this, let me know.
If you're a parent, this shit is terrifying. This shit is real scary. All the parents is looking at each other crazy. Because we know as parents that one of us is raising the shooter. Just don't know which one of us it is. All we know for sure is that if you're a white parent, the chances that it's you is exponentially higher than the rest of us.
Or I would say, if your child forgets to mention that they had a shooting drill that day, like if I say he because usually it's guys, right? If he fails to mention that, maybe there's a reason he's not telling you about it.
Shooting up school is a white kid's game. White. It's fucking crazy. I hated school too. It never occurred to me. Kill everybody in school? It's fucking crazy. Just do what I did, nigga. Try some things. Have you skipped school, nigga? Skip school. Take a walk and meet some other kids. Fuck school, nigga. Try drugs. Have you tried drugs out, nigga? That might. Some scary shit. I've given this a lot of thought. I don't see any peaceful way to disarm America's whites. There's only one thing that's going to save this country from itself. Same thing that always saves this country from itself. And that is African Americans.
Where's he going
Right.
with this? Where's he going with this?
And I know the question that a lot of y'all have in your minds is, should we do it? Yeah, fuck yeah, we should do it. Listen, no matter what they say or how they make you feel, remember, this is your country too. It is incumbent upon us to save our country. And you know what we have to do. This is a fucking election year. We got to be serious. Every able-bodied African American must register for a legal firearm.
Like I said, I was like, where's he going with this? There you go. I think I've said this before, but a lot of times the punchline is just, all it is you're leading him down this path, making them think that they know exactly where you're going, and then at the last second you just go and you make a little turn, and they're like, "Oh shit, didn't see that." And that was perfect, because obviously he's setting you up to think, "Oh, I'm talking about like registering to vote." No, get a gun.
That's the only way they'll change the law.
That's great.
I hate guns, personally. I can't stand them. Yeah, but I have several. I don't want them, but I feel like I need them. Don't forget where I live. I live in Ohio. And anyone that knows anything about Ohio knows that even the word Ohio is an old Native American word. It means, literally, land of poor white people. And I don't know what's going on down here, but in my experience, poor white people love, and I mean they fucking love, heroin. They can't seem to get enough of it. I didn't even know what I was looking at first. I was just driving like, why are all these white people so sleepy out here? These things. It's really bad. As a matter of fact, I was coming out of a nightclub the other night in Dayton, and I'd parked my car in the alley, and no one was out there. I didn't have no bodyguards or nothing. I was home. I figured everything was fine. And as soon as I opened my car door, all by myself, suddenly one of these heroin-addicted whites just pops out of a trash can. It scared the shit out of me. I screamed, "Ah!" And then I realized it was a woman. She was fucked up. She's like, hey man, relax, okay? I'm sick, all right? I need some drugs, man. Please, I'll suck your dick for $5, man. I was like, ugh. 2.
I was thinking something like that.
Obviously, I'm joking. This opioid crisis is a crisis. I see it every day. It's as bad as they say. It's ruining lives. It's destroying families. Sadly, you know what it reminds me of, seeing it? It reminds me of us. These white folks look exactly like us during the crack epidemic. You know, it's really crazy to see. And all this shit they talk about on the news about how divided the nation is, I don't believe it. I feel like nowadays we're getting a real good look at each other. It's why? Because I even have insight into how the white community must have felt watching the black community go through the scourge of crack. Because I don't care either. Hang in there, whites. Just say no. What's so hard about that?
Bringing up some great points.
Remember when y'all said that to us? But it's okay. There's no grudges. Now you finally got it right. Once it started happening to your kids, you realize it's a health crisis. These people are sick. They are not criminals. They are sick.
So there's one thing happening right now that does annoy me a little bit in stand up. And I don't think this is intentional with him, but there are comedians that I think do this intentionally, and it bothers me. And if you know what I'm talking about, if you've seen it yourself, like, please let me know in the comments, is when the comedian is just, instead of vibing off of laughter, they're vibing off of applause. And so they just keep saying stuff that they know the audience is going to like cheer and applaud for, that it's not necessarily funny. It's just like making these grand statements or comments about this or that, or if they know the majority in the room, or if they know the majority of the people in the room have a certain political view, or whatever, and they start to preach about that, and then they start applauding and cheering, and that's the majority of their stage time. It bothers me. I have no problem if you do it over one thing or another thing, especially like I said in another video. It was a Gabriel Iglesias video where I said it was something about like, when you first come out to an audience, oftentimes they will reference something local or something that's definitely that the majority of the people are thinking about at the moment or know about, and kind of like commenting on it or praising it or whatever, and that gets the whole audience on your side right away, which is totally fine. I'm totally okay with that. If it's because you just started, you're trying to get them on your side, you're trying to, or maybe right before you went up, some bad stuff happened, so you need to change the energy in the room, all that kind of stuff, right? Cool with it in the beginning, but then once you got them on your side, now it's like time for the jokes. Like, let's hear the jokes. Stop doing that. It's happening a little bit right now, and that's what just made me think of it.
Be that as it may, I'm armed to the teeth. First gun I bought was a 12-gauge shotgun. I didn't want the gun. Remember, though, I'd moved to a farm, and I was sitting there on the porch, and I see a white dude walking across my property, entitled, like he's supposed to be there. He had a rifle over his shoulder, too. Ain't that a bitch? I said, what the fuck is this guy doing on my property? I was mad as shit, but I was unarmed. So I ended up just waving to this motherfucker like a bitch. I was just like...
Hey guys, sorry about the brief stop there, but the video ended abruptly. So what I had to actually go do is try and find the rest of that clip in another video. So I haven't watched this all the way through to see if this is the end of the bit, but it does pick up at a point where I feel like the other one left off, and there's still like 2 minutes left in the video. So maybe this is the end of the bit, or at least a more appropriate stop time, because I feel like that last one just ended so abruptly. It threw me off. So with that out of the way, let's hopefully finish this bit about gun control.
And as soon as he got far enough away, I ran to my car and sped to Kmart. This is in a rural white area. And remember, I was nervous because a guy was on my property. I'm black, and I was sweaty. You know what I mean? And I ran to the gun counter, black and sweaty, sweating and black. And I looked up at the nigga, I was like, I look like a slave or something. I said, I need a gun immediately, like that, just like that. The guy didn't answer, no questions. He just grabbed a 12-gauge shotgun, handed it to me. I'd never even held a gun before. I'm not a dummy. I'm like, well, I need some bullets too. And the guy reached under the counter, put 2 box of shells on the counter. He said, all right, buddy, which box do you want? I didn't know. One box had a picture of some ducks on it. The other box had a picture of some deer.
I just went shooting for the first time like about a month ago now. I think it was around my birthday, and it was the first time I've ever shot anything, and got to shoot an assortment of stuff. This was out in the desert, so it was like no big deal, and got to shoot an assortment of stuff, and uh, I know what the two bullets he's talking about. So it's birdshot and buckshot. You know, birdshot is obviously like, you know, it's not going to kill most people unless I guess maybe if you're really really close. I don't know, but in general, it's probably just going to hit them like a bunch of BBs. But then buckshot is like going to blow a hole in you. So obviously, we were shooting targets and stuff, so we weren't using serious ammo there. But those, I think, those are the two bullets he's talking about.
I said, well, what's that box with them ducks? He said, oh, that there's birdshot. And then he goes just like this. I'm not exaggerating. He goes, that won't kill a man. He said, it'll just pepper him up nicely. I said, what the fuck? Pepper? You know what it means to pepper a motherfucker up? It means that when the shell explodes, hot BBs will shoot out of the barrel of the gun, not killing a motherfucker, but penetrating their skin and shallow flesh. Boy, that's gotta hurt. Hot BBs? Ha, ha! Remember when Dick Cheney shot a motherfucker in the face and he lived? That was birdshot. I said, well, what's that box with the deer on it? He goes, oh, that there's buckshot. That'll put a hole in the goddamn truck if you wanted to. So which box do you want? And he picked the one with the deer up and shook it.
All right. Well, I guess that's the end of that one. I feel like there's a continuation of this one. So if you guys want to see the rest of this video, like part two, because I do believe that there's more to this story, put in the comment section that you want more, and I'll do the rest of this video. I guess I'll find the full version somewhere else. But yeah, that was the first Dave Chappelle request, and I enjoyed it. Smart comedy, smart writing. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. Until next time.